Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker, for this opportunity to also make my contribution on this particular motion. I thank my colleagues who have really spoken, and I'm happy. I want to congratulate the leadership of the House, both the leader of majority and the leader of minority, for allowing us to speak. And when I have been watching the proceedings for the last 3 days, Honourable Speaker, when I've been watching the proceedings of this House, Honourable Speaker, I am happy that we are now speaking a conversation, and we have been told to speak from our hearts, so that we can be able to dissect, we can be able to look at the issues that have been raised by not only the Gen Zs, but the people of Kenya. Honourable Speaker, allow me to start by condoling with the families of the 41 who lost their lives, Honourable Speaker. As it has been said by my colleagues, I would also want to reiterate, it had not have to end this way. It does not have to cost the lives of people so that voices can be heard. We need not to take it literally. When many people say that the tree of freedom is watered by blood, we do not have to take it literally. That people have to die, people have to go to hospitals so that some of the issues that they are raising are heard, Honourable Speaker. So I ask for quick recovery for those in hospital. And as a House and as Parliament, would want to say that we have heard your voices. Honourable Speaker, many people, and I have heard even some of my colleagues here saying that, you know, when we were Gen Zs, this is what we used to do. It is fair to set records straight. Gen Z is a generation. You, Honourable Speaker, have never been a Gen Z and shall never be, because you are not in that particular bracket of a generation. You have to have been born between a certain time, Honourable Speaker, for you to be a Gen Z, Honourable Speaker. So it is the Gen Zs and the people of Kenya who actually have raised very pertinent issues that we must listen to. One of the issues that we have that has come out very, very clearly for the last 2 weeks in the conversation that we have in the country, Honourable Speaker, is the issue of corruption. Is the issue of corruption, Honourable Speaker. And when we speak about corruption, it is something that must prick our conscience. I am deeply, deeply, deeply disappointed. But the body that has been charged with corruption, the EACC, is now throwing words to this Honourable House, Honourable Speaker. And in my opinion, Honourable Speaker, the weak link in our fight against corruption is the EACC. Honourable Speaker, if there is a body that I would call vestigial, it is there, but of no known utility, Honourable Speaker, it will be the EACC, Honourable Speaker. This House, this particular House, Honourable Speaker, has taken a specific number of 146 files to the EACC. Nothing has been done by the EACC that they can come and show us as a report from Honourable Speaker. If, Honourable Speaker, EACC wants to throw barbs at this House has an impeccable record. This House has successfully impeached 5 governors. Can we be shown by the EACC one elected leader that I have ever prosecuted, and that person is serving jail, Honourable Speaker? Can we be shown just one person, not 2 people? At least this House has a record. We have impeached. Some have been returned by courts. It's okay. But we have a record. We have prosecuted here in this House, Honourable Speaker. The Public Accounts Committee of this House has given the EACC some cases that are open and shut. You do not require to be a rocket scientist, Honourable Speaker, to act on some of the issues, Honourable Speaker. And I want to just give one demonstration. With tremendous respect to the Senator for Nyamira, Senior Counsel Okongo Eric Omogeni. Honourable Speaker, last week, and members of the Public Accounts Committee are here, the Governor for Nyamira appeared before us. So in one of the expenditures that had been raised, Honourable Speaker, the Governor for Nyamira paid himself 6 million. He said that it is salary in arrears. When he was caught, and this matter was brought to the EACC, what did the EACC do? Did they prosecute him? No. Did they ask him anything? No. They just told him, we have found you stealing, please return our money, we are very sorry, don't do that again. Is that the kind of body that you are looking for, Honourable Speaker? Is that the kind of body that can come and try to lecture this kind of House, Honourable Speaker? Honourable Speaker, we, the people of Nyandarua, have written to the EACC of a matter that is of the insurance of the members of staff of the Nyandarua County government. Honorable Speaker, the county executive sat at 9 in the morning. They approved that a contract be entered with a certain insurance firm, Honorable Speaker. The same day, that contract was entered. So then EACC wants to tell us that they require five years to look at a matter that, or to look at a crime that was committed in 3 hours. If it is as easy as committing a crime in 3 hours, why is it very difficult for the EACC to spend 5 years, 9 years, whatever years? Honorable Speaker, if we can be lectured, the people that cannot lecture us shall be the EACC. They have no moral standing of speaking to this House or speaking to any person of this Republic of Kenya. And Honorable Speaker, I think it is also time that we look at the people that we have had who have been heading this particular body. I think we have, with tremendous respect, we have tried advocates. We had Justice Ringera. We have tried the professors. We had the other professor, I'm forgetting his name, Lumumba. We have tried bishops from the mainstream churches. We have tried bishops from the mainstream churches. We have tried bishops from the Pentecostal churches, Honorable Speaker. I think it is now time that we try a person of the stature of Omutata to lead the EACC, Honorable Speaker. Because we have not seen any tangible action that has been taken by the EACC, Honorable Speaker. So in our fight against corruption, EACC is one body. And since I saw them responding to the members of this House, I think, Honorable Speaker, the fairest thing is that let them come before this House. Let them appear before this whole House, Honorable Speaker, so that we can have that conversation. Let them not answer us on the media. They have been trying to sensationalize and sponsor fake and uninformed propaganda that this House has passed a law on the conflict of interest. That is why the EACC is not working. Honorable Speaker, if an agency, in fact, this is what the agencies are saying, if an agency of government can lie, and the people that are supposed to look and chase the liars, why do we need that agency? If it is indeed true, if you are to even take that conversation that they are not acting because we passed that law was passed here on the 31st of May. EACC has been there since 2004. What have they been doing before that law was passed, Honorable Speaker? And I dare say, and my colleagues will bear me witness, there is no law that we have mutilated that have allowed any senator of this House or any public servant to do business with government. There is no law that we have. If anything, we have actually, and we shall demonstrate, because that shall come as a substantive motion, Honorable Speaker. If anything, we have strengthened, and I would dare say that because I have never done business in my own capacity or even my own family with government, and none of the members of this House would have that kind of intention. So it is not time to apportion blames by anybody. The second body that I feel is the weak link in our fight against corruption, Honorable Speaker, it will be the ODPP. And that's another notorious body, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, in the case of Nyamira, and allow me to use Nyamira again, 2 people found themselves in the payroll of the Nyamira County government. They were paid a total of 800,000, Honorable Speaker. So when the matter came into the public foray through the area senator and the other people who were charged with oversight the county assembly, the county secretary wrote and said, these people are not our employees. The county public service board wrote and said, these people are not our employees. The payroll managers wrote and said, these people are not our employees. So then there was a case. When the matter was taken to court, Honorable Speaker, I am not an advocate. I am not a lawyer. I have no background in law. But there is something that they said was called no prosecute. If that was the word, Honorable. Non prosecute, if that is the word, Honorable Speaker. And they have no intention of taking these 2 people to court, Honorable Speaker. So what becomes of the money that has been stolen of the people of Nyamira? What becomes of the people? And what we see about them is responding to Senator Sifuna on Twitter. So I actually propose, Honorable Speaker, since they are very willing to engage, let them not engage us on Twitter. Let them come before the whole House of this House, Honorable Speaker, so that we can demonstrate. Let's have a conversation. Don't throw jabs at anybody. We are just telling you the truth. You are a weak link. You have all the evidence. Had the people of Kenya not made noise against the former governor of Migori, called Obado, that guy was almost walking free. Just because he has returned little things here, now the ODPP says that we have now built consensus, just go in peace, never steal again. I mean, Honorable Speaker, if we cannot have an honest conversation with the ODPP, Honorable Speaker, then we shall have lost. There are many other independent offices, many people have spoken about them that we need to look at. There's one body that appeared before us and has appeared before us called the PPRA, Public Procurement Regulatory Authority. In every report that has been laid on the floor of this House, Honorable Speaker, you will never miss a county that has an irregular procurement process, Honorable Speaker. But we have never had, not even one report from the PPRA. In fact, it has to call for the initiation of either the members of the Senate or the members of the public to write to PPRA to tell them that there is something that we are seeing in a certain public entity, Honorable Speaker. These are the bodies that I am calling vestigial. They are not useful. In fact, their usefulness and their utility approaches zero power infinity. We must either do away with them or they must be very, very, very deliberate. Honorable Speaker, our young people have spoken about excesses. And I would dare say, and I'm very sorry to my colleagues who are in this House, Honorable Speaker, when we speak about excesses, we start with ourselves, as members of this committee, as members of Parliament, as members of this Senate, before we even go out. We shall believe that this conversation has sunk in the minds of the people in this House. If you are very honest, the day a clerk of your committee will call, you call a clerk of your committee because you are traveling to Mombasa, and the clerk of your committee will tell you that the only available flight is on economy, and you agree to fly on economy. You not say that you want to fly on the next available business trip, Honorable Speaker, because I don't know about the others, but I will speak for myself. Before I became a member of this House, I want to be very honest to you, Honorable Speaker, I was flying on economy. Why am I very, very special now that I have to travel on business? If there is no business, I cannot travel. To Mombasa here, just a distance of 45 minutes, Honorable Speaker. So it has to start with us, Honorable Speaker. It also amazes me. A governor who was traveling and using one vehicle now has to attend to a funeral using a convoy of 5 vehicles. The lead car has communication officers. The second car has your media. The third car is your lead car. Then your car with a flag. Then a chase car. Then another car with 7. Honorable Speaker, in a rural county like Nyandarua, or a rural county like Homa Bay, or any other county that you are speaking about, you are seeing a governor attending a funeral in a convoy that has sirens. In a county that has never, Honorable Speaker, seen a traffic jam, because I imagine that sirens are either for traffic jam or for ambulances, so that they can. It is this kind of vomiting on the people of Kenya that we are speaking about, and that is what the Gen Zs are saying. If we cannot stop these kind of excesses, Honorable Speaker, then we shall have failed the people of Kenya, Honorable Speaker. I would dare ask, why is it that when we are elected, we are very close to our people, and you are a governor or a senator of a rural county, like the county that I come from, and you actually think that you now require 8 bodyguards? Why do you require 8 bodyguards? What have you done to your people that you require to be protected with guns? When you are campaigning by yourself. When you have been elected, you require 8 bodyguards to protect you. What are they protecting? What is this thing that you have taken to your people that you don't want your people to access you? That you have to walk into a funeral. You know me, I see people walk into a funeral. A whole tent is now occupied by yourself, your bodyguards, your aides, your communication officer, your advisor. And on this issue of advisors, because I'm very happy that the president has said that they want to cut down on the cost on advisors. You know, advice, in my opinion, should look like a pregnancy. You cannot be losing cases like we have seen in the county government of Meru.